Hello, my name is Andy Kleppner, and in this video we're going to go over how to set up the client portal inside your GoHighLevel account. The first thing that you're going to want to do is from the launchpad, you're going to go to Sites on the left-hand side. So you just go right here on your left-hand column. And then from there, you're going to go to Client Portal right up here. The first thing is go to Settings. We're going to start with Domain Setup. So with the domain, we need to add a custom domain. So I'm going to create one just called member.brighteridea.com. I'm going to click Add Domain, and I'm going to grab this record manually by clicking here. Now you see this required value. I'm going to want to add that as a CNAME to whichever domain provider that I'm using, or if you're using on Cloudflare, basically anywhere that you do your DNS. So I'm going to copy this right over here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to GoDaddy. I personally have it in GoDaddy right now. Now, if you're watching this, this is not the exact same domain. I'm just creating this for the tutorial. This is not the domain you would use for any of my courses. So I'm going to go to Add New Record. I'm going to choose CNAME right over here. I'm going to type in member. And I'm going to paste that value right in there, and then I'll hit save. All right, so that's been added. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click Verify Records. Now, this is going to take up to about 30 seconds. Sometimes this doesn't work immediately. Don't fret. Don't worry about it. Oftentimes, it takes time for it to propagate throughout the internet. So if it comes up that it's not connecting, wait a couple moments. Go grab a cup of coffee, freshen up a drink, go take the dogs out, do whatever you can to let it go for a little while, and then click verify until it's verified. It will work provided that you put the CNAME in first, and then you put in those values. Remember, the name of the subdomain, in this case member, it could be members, it could be community, it could be whatever you want it to be, and then putting in that value, that ludicrous value that is in there, the value that they've given you. So as you can see, it didn't work for me. So I'm going to click Verify Records again. Now this again may not work, but there's a trick. There's a way to get it to work in case it doesn't. So we see this didn't work again. That's okay. There is a way to make it all happen faster. You see this IP address right here? We're going to copy that. And we're going to add it as an A record instead. So I'm going to go back to GoDaddy. I'm going to find member. I'm going to hit the garbage can right there. Now, this would have eventually worked, as I mentioned before, but because we're making the video, I want to give you both scenarios. I'm going to click Add Record, but this time instead, I'm going to type in A record. And I'll type in member again. And sometimes this actually goes faster. And I'm going to click Save. Give it a moment. Again, maybe grab a cup of coffee, take the dogs out, and then click Verify Records. And as you can see, this time it worked. You can see that work because the domain is right over here. Now, after we've done the domain, we're going to go back to the settings area, and we're going to go check out the branding. From branding, we're going to enter in the portal name. I'll just call it members area. And then the description would be whatever we wanted it to be to explain it to people who would be going to the members area. So from there, then we're also going to do our branding colors. So the first color, I'm just going to put it right in there. Just going to paste it right in there. I have my colors ready to go so that I can just pop them right in. And then I'm going to upload my favicon. That is a square that would be in the top left-hand corner of any tab. You've seen them, I'm sure, before. All right, I'm going to put my favicon in there, and then I'm going to put in a portal image. Next, I need to create the portal image. In order to do that, I'm going to make an image that is 1920 by 2160. In order to do that, I'm going to hit my plus sign. I'm going to go to Canva. From Canva, I'm going to create a new design, and I'm going to choose custom size. I'll type in the dimensions, 1920 by 2160, and I'll create my new design. So that's the square that I'm looking for. For the purposes of this tutorial, what I'm going to do, very simply, is just I'm going to look for a photo. And I'm going to type in members area, see what comes up. This is perfect. Just some hands and so forth like that. I'll increase it to the size. Some hands all together. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab this area behind here. I'm going to add a dark blue. I'm going to take this. I'm going to bring my transparency all the way down like that so you just see the hands. And to me, that's perfect. I'll name this portal image. And this will become one of the images in the portal. Oops. I'll click download. And I'll download the PNG. Now that the PNG is downloaded, I will click here to upload it. And now that's all uploaded. I'll put in my logo next. I'll put in my support email. And I'll put in my copyright. Now, in the Advanced tab, we can add different JS and custom CSS if we choose. We can also put in tracking code and header code. I'll hit Save Settings. All right, that's all done. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open an incognito window so that you can see exactly what this looks like. Now you can see the cool background we have here. My logo, the favicon is up here on the left-hand side, and I've got this description, which is right now just lorem ipsum. But this is how I would create the front cover and the front area of my client portal. Now that my branding is done, I can then rest assured that that's ready to go and ready to use. So your client portal is now all set up. What we did is we learned how to hook up the URL, the domain, to go to the client portal, and we also added some branding to give it its own look and feel. If you like this video and you like what we're doing here, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.